Hey guys, Kelly's Kitchen here. So I'm going to show you actually how to make a nice meal really fast. So, you know, if you're coming home from work, you don't have a lot of time, this is a great meal to throw together. We're going to make it in 15 minutes. It's going to cook in 15 minutes. And how do we do that? We do that with our Tupperware Pressure Cooker. I love this baby. This is our Tupperware Pressure Cooker. I'm going to basically cook in here to show you how awesome it is. And we're gonna make a cheeseburger pasta. So what we've got basically a cup of pasta. We've got 2 tablespoons of mustard. We got a 1/4 cup of ketchup. And then we've got our ground beef. Now in Tupperware language, I like to tell people to use half of their freezer made medium shallow of ground beef, and that's how much ground beef you need in it. We are going to chop up 1 onion, and we're going to instead of relish, we're going to add 3 pickles chopped. We're going to use a 1 1/3 cup of beef broth, a teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to add cheese to it after it is all done. So I'm going to just start by cooking what we need to put in here. So it's really easy. It's a one dump and go, right? So we've got our ground beef. We're going to put that in there. Easy peasy. We're going to put our pasta in there. We're going to put our ketchup. So our 1/4 cup of ketchup in there. We're going to put our mustard, so 2 tablespoons of your mustard, guys. And I will share my recipe of this in my group, so feel free to look through the link in the comments for our link to the group. So there you go with the mustard. All right, we are going to use a one small onion, and I love my supersonic, guys. If you don't have one of these, you definitely want to get one of these. They're incredible. So I'm going to put my onion in there in the supersonic compact. So this is our small supersonic. It just goes in like that. And all you have to do is pull the cord, and your onions are all ready to go, guys. The light is a little bit bright there, so if you can see that, I'm just gonna chop those onions and put them in there. And then I'm gonna also use my chopper here, guys, as well for the pickles. So instead of using relish, because the recipe actually calls for I forget how much relish, 2 tablespoons of relish. I'm just going to use 3 pickles, guys. That's basically relish. It's nice and fresh. All right, so get my little pickles here. I love my piccadilly because they just raise out of the brine, so they're awesome. There's my 3 pickles. So 3 pickles. We're going to chop those babies up. A few fullfuls of that. There's your pickles, guys. Look at that. Love this baby. Love my choppers. We have them in 3 different sizes. And I love them. All right. So putting some pickles in there as well. We're going to add 1 1/3 cup of beef broth to that. Pouring that in there like so. And I think those are all the ingredients. Just let me double check my recipe. So got our macaroni, our ground beef, our onion, our ketchup, our mustard. Oh, we have our dill pickles, but we need our salt. So 1, or I should say 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Ooh, look at this. I grabbed the 1 teaspoon. So hold on a second. Let me get the 1/2 teaspoon. All right, guys, 1/2 teaspoon of the salt. There we go. And sorry if you can't see me if I'm always off camera a little bit, just because it's a little narrow for me to set up the camera here. All right, so then we're gonna make sure we got everything there. And then, you know, if you find that your noodles, guys, aren't covered in the broth, because it is a pressure cooker, so you want to make sure that everything is covered by the broth. So if you find that your noodles aren't covered by the broth, you can always add a little bit of extra broth to it, like maybe like a half a cup or something. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna add just a little bit of broth to it, just because I want those noodles fully covered in the broth. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna put that into the microwave. So we're gonna put our top onto the pressure cooker here, guys. I'll line up the little arrows, and we basically twist it like this. And we snap that little lock on, and we put it in the microwave for 15 minutes on high. Bam. Here, so while we're waiting for the cheeseburger pasta to cook in the microwave in the pressure cooker, we are going to just grate some cheese here, because we're gonna put about a cup of cheese on top of your cheeseburger pasta. So we'll just do that quick while we are waiting only 15 minutes for our cheeseburger pasta to cook. But I love my Great Master shredder because, first of all, you're going to save money on cheese because you're not buying the grated cheese, which costs more than grating it yourself. And second of all, you are not going to have any extra added preservatives on the cheese, because that's what they do to the packaging. So it's just cheese, baby, just cheese. All right, and we only need a cup of this, so this is all I'm going to grate, because this is definitely probably about 2 cups. But I like to grate. When I have the grater out, I just grate a bunch for other recipes, that sort of thing. So there you go. There is our Great Master shredder and the cheese. Love it. See you in a few minutes. The microwave just went off, so we are going to pull it out of the microwave, and it's still going to need to depressurize. But you can hear it kind of sizzling. There it is there, and you can see the little knobby here. It's still raised up. We're releasing steam from here. So those are your two little points there where it's going to release. So we're going to let it sit for a minute or two until it's fully depressurized, and then we're going to open it and see what we've got. So you can see that little valve and how it's raised still, so the steam is releasing. And then you also have this valve over here, and that's also popped up a little bit. You can see it releasing the steam there as well. So just showing you guys that. All right, so the valves are down. Let me see if you can just see that. So the valves are down, and that one as well. So now we're going to release. Sorry about the jiggly camera there, guys. So now we're going to release the handle. When we release the handle, there's actually steam that will come out a little bit here as well. And that's the third release of pressure. So there's a little hole right here that releases that. Okay, we're good, we're good. So we're gonna release this and check out our pasta. Take the cover off. And check this out, guys. There it is. All right, so here's the finished version. Mixed it up, put some cheese on top, mixed it up again, and cheese on top. Can never have enough cheese. So there is your cheeseburger pasta.